which is, whoa, where are you coming from? Do you want to come say hi? You say hi? Say hi, Lola. Say hi. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be a hair, makeup, fashion, beauty video like I normally do. I'm actually in my kitchen and I'm going to be showing you guys part 1 of a new video series I'm going to be doing on my channel, teaching you guys how to cook your favorite restaurant takeout foods at home. Everyone can cook. I've heard so many people lately saying, oh, I can't cook, or oh, I don't know how to cook, or I don't make this. It's really not hard. I'm going to show you guys step by step exactly how I do it. I am obsessed with pizza like most people are. So that's going to be the first thing I make today. It is a smoked buffalo chicken pizza or flatbread with caramelized onions and roasted garlic. But by all means, if you don't have a smoker, don't feel like you have to use smoked chicken. Any kind of chicken's fine. Recipe is great to take with you if you go to like a football party or if you go over to someone's house and watch the hockey game, which is probably what I will be doing. You can pretty much make any kind of pizza you want with this, so feel free to just like copy my recipe for the pizza dough and then use whatever toppings you want. I think this is great. It's a combination of 2 of my favorite foods, which are hot wings or buffalo wings and pizza. This is definitely not diet food, but I don't make diet food. I think everything is great in moderation. So I think you should just go ahead, life short, eat the pizza. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I make this buffalo chicken flatbread, and then just keep watching. We're gonna start our dough with 1.5 cups of pretty hot water. You don't want this to be boiling, but you want it to be nice and warm. And then to that add 1 teaspoon of honey and give it all a stir. You're going to take 1.5 teaspoons, which is the same as half a pack of active dry yeast, and sprinkle this over the top. You're going to want to let this sit for about 10 minutes, and when it's done, it will have a thick foam on the top. Once it's proofed like that, you are ready to use it. I have 4.5 cups of flour in my stand mixer along with 1 teaspoon of smoked sea salt, and to that I'm slowly drizzling in 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil, making sure I scrape down the sides. You're looking for this to come to a consistency of rough crumbles before going on to the next step. Now you're going to drizzle in that yeast, honey, and water mixture and let this come together. It normally takes a couple times of scraping down the sides of the bowl, but it should come together, and then once the dough starts to pull away from the sides of the bowl, you're just going to set a timer for 10 minutes and let this knead on medium speed. While our dough is kneading, we're going to start the pizza sauce with 1/2 stick or 1/2 cup of butter along with 1/2 cup of your favorite hot sauce. Today I'm using Frank's. And you're going to set that over a pan with medium to low heat. You don't want it to get too hot, but you want to whisk these 2 together until they're nice and smooth. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/8 teaspoon of seasoning salt to give that a whisk. And then add 2 tablespoons of your favorite ranch dressing. This is optional, but it does help to make the sauce nice and creamy. Make sure you add lots and lots of black pepper if you're anything like me. I love this stuff. And then set your pot on a back burner just to simmer while we move on to our next step, which is caramelizing these onions. You just want to take an onion and going along with the grain, cut as thin of slivers as you can, making sure that you keep your fingers out of the way. This knife's really sharp. And then what I like to do is just pull apart all the layers so you get really thin slivers to caramelize. I have a large saute pan over medium-high heat, and I'm drizzling in a little bit of canola oil and allowing my pan to get up to temperature before adding my onions. Make sure your onions have started to cook and then add just a pinch of sea salt. This is going to help bring out the sugars and caramelize your onions. Once you've got that all combined, just turn your heat down to low and let both of those pots simmer on the stove while we check our dough. This is exactly how you want your dough to look. You want it to still have like a tacky consistency. You don't want it to be too dry. And then take a large clean bowl, give it a good spray down with nonstick spray, and then scrape that dough ball from your mixing bowl into this clean bowl. And then what I like to do, this is kind of optional, but it just helps everything to stay a little bit neater. I just like to kind of spin that dough ball around in the bowl, make sure that it's kind of nicely packed together, and then I like to smooth over the top before covering it with some saran wrap and a clean kitchen towel and letting this sit on the counter at room temperature for about an hour. I always keep roasted garlic in the fridge. It's really great for flavoring up pizza. Just cut a head of garlic in half, drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, place the 2 halves back together, and put it in a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes or until it's golden brown. So this is normally when I like to pour a glass of wine and chill out for about 60 minutes, and then I come back and my dough has doubled in size, so I just pull the saran wrap off of that and put my caramelized onions, which are now done, into a little bowl. Then I'm going to add some liquid smoke, which is pretty much just smoke flavoring, into my pizza sauce, which is going to give it a really awesome flavor. Preheat your oven to 475, which is really hot, and then sprinkle your work surface with flour. I like to divide the dough into half and then just gently push it all out, and then you can take your rolling pin and roll it into whatever shape you want. Say I'm using a rectangular baking sheet lined with foil, which is something that you definitely want to do because you're cooking at such a high temperature that it can ruin your cookie sheet if you don't. Line it with foil and give it a good spray, and then just transfer your dough onto your cookie sheet. And we're going to go on and push out all the corners, make it nice and flat, and make sure that the dough is all even. Now I'm going to take all of my chicken, which is about 2 cups worth of chicken, and pour half of the sauce that I made on the stove onto the chicken. Give it a nice stir to make sure that it's all coated. And then I'm going to go in with the second half of that sauce and a pastry brush and apply all of the sauce. I'm using a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella cheese and applying that all over the sauce, and then going in with the chicken and adding that on, as well as the pieces of the garlic and caramelized onions, and then topping it all with a generous sprinkling of freshly grated Parmesan. Once you're done putting in all of the caramelized onions, you just want to put this in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes, or depending on how dark you like your pizza. And once you take it out and cut it, you're all done. Gonna have to taste this. Try it out. Wow, that is so good. It's got just the right amount of heat for me. It's not too spicy. It still has that really good flavor. Wow. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing how to make your own pizza at home. Comment below and let me know what you thought of this video, as well as giving me a thumbs up. And subscribing for new videos. I'm going to be coming out with a ton more of these cooking videos. If it's something that you guys would want to see, make sure to subscribe so you get those updates. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.